All right, fantastic. So let's go ahead and call this meeting to order. Thank you everyone for your time this afternoon. My name is Juan Marcano. I have the honor and pleasure of representing Ward 4 on the Aurora City Council and chairing TAPS for the last 4 years. Councilor Medina?
Yeah, Councilmember Medina, Ward 3. Thank you.
All right. And we have a very, very packed agenda today, so let's get right to it. I closed eScribe. Oh my God. Oh, wait, duh, because there's nothing on there. One sec, sorry. Please load. All right, sorry, now it's not popping up. So what was the item titled? There we go. All right, so first up, we're going to approve the October 26th meeting minutes. I don't have any changes. Councilor Medina? Oh.
No changes, thanks.
All right, solid. All right, so those will stand approved. I don't see anything under consent, so we'll move into general business. So 4A, the Paul Tower Council Chamber ADA Improvements Project Update. And with that, Ellie, you've got the floor.
All right, thank you. All right, gets all set here. All right, thank you, Councilmember Marcano. I'm Ellie Watson, Public Works Manager. I'm joined also today by Jack Brewer. He's with GSG Architecture, and we are here to update you on the Council Chamber Accessibility Improvements Project. Oh, I'm not advancing. There we go, a little slow. So just a little background on the project itself. The Chambers is technically compliant, but the City of Aurora desired to improve the inclusiveness and accessibility to the floor, as well as to the council dais. So back in the workshop in winter 2022, the ARPA funds were allocated by council for the project. So we issued that RFP and the design contract was awarded to GSG Architecture. And just a few months ago, we submitted those construction drawings for permit and released in November this month an invitation to bid for the construction. Anticipate that we could have that contract award early next year, and planning for construction of improvements from May to probably around December. We will work on some pre-construction activities prior to that May date, but we needed, obviously this is going to disrupt the council chambers for a period of time, and so we wanted to schedule that with some advance notice. So just to orient you kind of around the current conditions of the chamber, this would be the main entrance from the lobby that most patrons are using. There is accessible seating at the very top level. If you desire access to the council floor or to the podium and have a mobility challenge, you kind of take the ramp all the way over here to the lift, and that's the access to the floor or the podium. If you want access to the dais from the council chambers itself, the options are only stairs on either side of the dais. So the accessible entrance is through the Aurora room, through that little coat room, and then from the dais to there. So I do want to point out before we go to the next slide, this storage closet right here. This is floor level, accessed from the council floor, and that is kind of how we're going to get access to the floor in a more accessible manner, avoiding the lift over here. So there's a lot of questions about just turning one of these stair aisleways into a ramp. Unfortunately, we need more room in order to get an accessible slope. We needed quite a bit more room. If we did one of these aisleways, we'd basically have to go to where the dais is. So our improvements to access the floor or the podium utilize this storage closet by creating a ramp almost starting at the entrance, coming around through the wall, and then creating a ramp where that storage closet is. This door here on the east side will remain. This is from the parking lot. So that's just another alternative entrance for accessibility. So to provide a little rendering of kind of what we expect to see, as soon as you come in the chamber's door, almost immediately you'll see the start of that ramp. And so that's represented here, and kind of where you can barely see the little wood, that would be going through that wall. And then this would be what you would see from the council floor, so people would be coming down this way. The seating at the top level will remain, so that remains an option as well if people don't need or desire to come down to the floor. And then we provide seating within the current audience with easy access to the podium if needed. The banisters required, there's enough difference in grade between the rows to require some kind of banister. Also needed to avoid the difference in grade between the stairway, the existing stair aisleway. I know that there is probably questions about why not moving back all the way to where the existing row starts. For whatever reason, the main structure to this part of the building to support this is towards the middle or back of the second row. So moving it further back would greatly increase costs. Estimates were up to maybe 5 times more to go farther back, just because we're really getting into the structure at that point. So this is access on the south side of the ramp, usually utilizing that storage closet to get to the floor. This is access to the dais. We're going to achieve that. Unfortunately, we can't use the ramp that we're going to install on the east side to accomplish also getting to the dais. So there's just not enough room in that corner over there to do both. Again, just getting a ramp with enough slope, we couldn't achieve it. So we would also do a ramp on the opposite side as well. This would eliminate the lift. Currently, the lift exists around this area. So this is just a small storage closet to help regain some of the space we lose with the ramp on the other side. But we eliminate the existing lift, and we just do a ramp all the way from the top all the way to the dais. So avoiding the stairs. This is not access to the floor from this side. It would just be to the dais. And so you can see that here. So those stairs are eliminated. You still can access from the floor with the stairs on the other side. And this is just to match the woodwork that already exists in the chambers. A little cost summary. We had the ARPA allocation that I mentioned. That's what we're using primarily for construction with our current construction estimate. And then we used existing building repair funds that we had allocated to cover the design. So short and sweet. If there are any questions.
Yeah, thank you so much for the presentation, Ellie.
Sure.
Councilor Medina, do you have any questions? Or Councilor Medina, if you're speaking. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, none at this time. Thank you, though. Glad that it's happening.
All right, and so I guess we have the current floor plan in the backup here, but we don't have the new proposed floor plan. As much as I appreciate the renderings, I would have liked to have seen the new floor plans. I wanted to see, did it change substantially from the last time we discussed this last year? Because I'm curious to know what the seating configuration looks like on the plan east side of the council chambers now, near where we're going to add that ramp. Because my recollection is we were actually going to be able to gain some seating on that side due to the ramp being used as access to the floor as well.
We had originally looked at putting, we're always going to lose some seating, unfortunately, just because we wanted to put these patrons back in with the audience. And so we were always kind of losing that first row of seating. We did look at doing something on this side, and I'll send you this floor plan too, and we can include it in the minutes. But we had originally looked at doing this seating on this side, but because of that issue with the structure not being able to move back as far as we desired, we had we stuck out a little bit right here.
Yeah, I
So it
remember
made
that.
this corner not ideal, and it really pushed up on where these existing tables are, where the city manager sits. And so it moved all of this forward, relocated all those floor boxes, and then we just still had this, what could maybe be a little bit of a hazard. And so that's why we put it in the center.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So there's no new additional seating on the plan east side, right?
No,
Okay.
it stays as is.
Gotcha. All right. Okay. Yeah. Aside from that, I don't have any other questions, but I am excited to see that this is moving forward and that we've got the funding for it. So hopefully those bids come in good.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you so much again for that. I believe that is the only item we had on our agenda. So, sorry, and I closed the agenda again. 1 sec. Yeah. So, are there any miscellaneous matters from staff? No.
I guess maybe I would just say, Councilmember Marcano, recognizing this will be our last TAPS meeting with you. Just really want to thank you for your leadership and support for public works and planning and transportation overall, especially those multimodal aspects. So just really appreciate working with you for the last 4 years.
Well, thank you, Cindy. I was gonna kind of gush at y'all a little bit too. Y'all have actually, this has been my favorite policy committee. We do a lot of important work in the city, but I feel like this is something that's really near and dear to my heart. The topics that we cover here. And you are all tremendous advocates for our residents. Some of y'all really want to push the envelope in terms of what we've been doing in the city. And, I was happy to help be your advocate and your champion on a lot of those issues. I'm hopeful that you're able to continue to make progress in my absence. I know that, several of my current colleagues, and I'm hopeful that some of the incoming folks, the one incoming person, will also want to, move things in that direction. But yeah, just know that I really appreciate you, all of you. Seriously, you have a very special spot in my heart. And it's been an honor and a pleasure to be able to get to know y'all over the last 4 years and to, get some sidewalks for our residents and to improve accessibility for our city. So thank you all so much. Oh, and just as a parting wish, please, please, please do not get rid of the elevators on the Peoria Bridge. We need that over there at the point at 9 Mile. So. Yeah, with that, just thank you all so much. I really appreciate all of the work you do for our residents. And topics for next meeting. That will, are y'all future casting into January yet, or?
Yeah, so I can touch on that real quick, Chair Marcano. So,
Right, go for it.
yeah, we don't have anything in December, of course, but in January we are going to start providing some regular updates on the multimodal master plan. So that will be a reoccurring item on the TAPS agenda in 2024, and then we may also have a few CDOT IGAs coming in January as well for those Dr. Cog funded projects that we got this last go around. So those may be on the agenda come January as well.
All right, fantastic. With regards to the next meeting, we'll leave that up to the next chair to determine with the other members. And with that, y'all, we are adjourned. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Good day.